Hello everybody, this is Dr. Taylor, and today we're going to learn about how to do an analysis for a nominal variable. And as you remember, a nominal variable is a categorical variable that has two or more categories that has no natural order or numeric values. And so to get your mean, median, and mode means nothing. There's really only a couple things that we can do for these types of variables, and I'm going to show you what that is. So how do we do this analysis? Well, there are 4 steps that I'm going to walk you through that are going to get you to the point where you have everything you need to create a presentation about these variables. So step 1, I'm going to show you how to identify your nominal variables. Step 2, I'm going to show you how to do the descriptives so that you have all the data that you need to be able to complete step 3, which is create an Excel file. And then we're going to end with step 4, which is creating an Excel chart so that the data is appropriately displayed so that your client can easily understand what it is you're talking about. So let's get started. And let's jump into step number 1, which is identifying your nominal variables. So I'm going to go into variable view. And so we have all of our questions from the survey here. And we want to look at the scales, because the scales are really going to tell us, is this a nominal variable, an interval variable, a multi-response nominal variable, what kind of variable this is. So let's start here with this question. How important to you are the following deaf and hard of hearing services? And they're looking at general information. And the scale was extremely important, very important, moderately important, slightly important, not at all important. Now, this is an interval scale, and this is not what we're looking for. So we can X out all of those. That's not one. Let's look at this one. So the question is, are you deaf or hard of hearing? And in order for it to qualify as a nominal variable, it needs to have 2 or more categories. So we have 2 or more categories that have no natural order or numeric values. Now, these SPSS has given them numeric values, but there's no number associated with it. For example, a number might be 1 to 2 times versus 2 to 3 times. So there's no numbering. So it doesn't matter what goes first, what goes second, what goes third. And in this case, selecting what category of hearing you have is not, does not have a number related to it. It has no natural order, so any of these can go first. So this would be a nominal variable. So I'm going to definitely look at this one. I want to look at one other question. There's going to be others. You're going to go through here and you're going to look at each of the labels, and you're going to see this. If it has a 1 like this, it means that most likely, and you have to look at your question, you have a multi-response nominal variable. Sorry, nominal variable. I don't know where I got nominal from. Nominal variable. Okay, and so in this case, it was a check all that apply. So any question that is check all that apply, that is a multi-response nominal variable, and I have a different video to explain to you how to analyze those. This one it does have kind of a number associated with it, once or twice a year, 3 or 4 times. So that is not a nominal. This goes back to check all that apply, so that is multi-response. This is, you could select 3 choices. So a multi-response, that is the text. Check all that apply, we've got, that's multi-response. Are you aware? That is definitely a nominal variable. It has 2 categories, yes or no, and one is not better than the other. They're just 2 different names. How did you learn? my doctor, friends and family, and internet search. There is no particular order for these. There's no natural order. One is not better than the other. One is not higher or lower than the other. And these are just names. So this is nominal. None, these are both text. Again, this is check all that apply here. Extremely satisfied to extremely dissatisfied. That's an interval. Strongly agree, same thing, to strongly disagree, interval. This is check all that apply. What services do you need that aren't offered? That was an open-ended question. And then this was the motivation question. And again, this is 4 choices. They're nominal. There's no particular order. And you would go through and look at the rest of them. But gender would be considered nominal. It's male, female. One is not better than the other. Types of languages. And then, believe it or not, zip code is actually considered nominal. Mainly because a zip code, you cannot do a mean, median, and mode on it because the average of the zip codes means absolutely nothing. So a zip code is a nominal variable. Now, I show you how to do a zip code analysis in another video, the zip code mapping. So I encourage you to watch that one to learn what you do with zip codes. But for now, we're going to move on to step 2, which is doing the descriptive. So I'm going to focus on the very first question, which was question 1. And then I am also going to focus on, I really like this other question, question 19. I'm going to focus on those 2 questions. Now, I expect you to do all of your nominal questions. I'm just doing it so that I keep your video nice and short today. I'm only going to be focusing on the 2. So this is what you do. You're going to go to Analyze, Descriptives, Frequencies. Frequencies are the only things that matter with nominal variables. We can't do mean, median, and mode. Standard deviations don't count. Let's see. So I want to question 19. Question 19. There we go. All right. So none of this matters right here. And we just want general frequencies. So make sure that it's click display frequency tables and click OK. Okay, so we have no missing for this, but we have 13 people who did not answer that, which is, we would expect that because we know we have approximately 16 people who did not complete the entire survey. So that is something we understand. We have 13 people who are deaf, 41 who are hard of hearing, and we have a total of 54. When it comes to, this was a check all that apply question, but it looks like we did not allow them to check all that mattered, which pushed most people to say other. So this kind of shows how if you don't click the correct, if you don't collect the correct question type, that multi-response, then it ends up turning your data out differently. All right, so we're going to pretend that the check all that apply is not there because they didn't have the option to click all that apply. So total of 54, everybody answered it, and then you have 13 missing. So that matches all the other data. All right, so that's step 2. We have our descriptives. Now we have to create an Excel file. So let's open up Excel. All right, create a blank workbook. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is do a copy. And I'm going to do a paste. And you can do this, let me show you. You can do this 2 ways. You can paste it with formatting or without formatting. I tend to like it without formatting. All right, and we can clean this up a little bit. Oh, let's first, I gotta move this over. Otherwise it's gonna get deleted, so we wanna clean that up, total. We don't need the percents. So all that equals 100% and 54 people. For the sake of our chart, we're going to delete totals as well. So we're also, move this over here, and I'm going to delete frequencies because we really only want to report on the percentages. And we need to make sure this is a percentage, which didn't translate well. Oops, I forgot what that number was. 75.9, 75.9. All right. So let's get that out one decimal place. Now we simply highlight it. I'm going to go to Insert. Click on Charts. Oh, and I highlighted the wrong thing. I shouldn't have had that was my title. So let's do this again. Click on it. Chart title. This should be a chart title. And then what we want to do is we want to add labels to it. So add data labels. And voila, you have a chart. Now, there's certain things you can do to make it pretty. If we have data labels, we don't necessarily need the axis lines. So let's get rid of the vertical axes. Don't want any lines. There we go. So we got rid of it. And there's go. And we are good to go. So you are good to go. You have everything you need to create a presentation. You can simply copy and paste this. Just right click and copy and paste it into a PowerPoint presentation. So now you have everything you need to complete a nominal variable analysis. You completed step 1, which was to identify your nominal variables. Step 2, do your descriptive statistics on those nominal variables. Step 3, created an Excel file. And step 4, you created an Excel chart for your presentation. You have everything you need to add these into your presentation and you are good to go. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about a nominal variable analysis and I hope you have a great day. Bye.